tell me, no formality.
Energy to the meeting.
Okay, emerging to a meeting. Is anyone else?
Yeah, it's welcoming for guests and to know meeting. First of all, if you start, shall start. Good evening to you all. Welcome to meeting number 808 something, and we will welcome as to meeting. This first point. The second point, we can manage. He organized the meeting. Anything happen in the meeting? Who the person organized the meeting, and there is more information for example, like if any light he should put in physical meeting or an online, he if any have technician issue, he can solve it, or controller.
Okay, thank you so much. I think my training is done here because he has said all the things what I had to say. Great, great. Thank you so much for those valid information, and thank you. I can get your name that time. You're Toastmaster Hussein.
Yes, my
Okay,
pleasure to be with you here.
yes, thank you for being here. So let me see. All right, now I'm able to share my screen. Okay, before we go further, have you heard this term only in Toastmasters, or you have heard this term before as well, as Sergeant at Arms? Just want to understand, what do you really know? Who is the Sergeant at Arms?
Me,
Anyone
actually.
can. Sorry?
I am Sergeant at Arms.
Okay, you're the Sergeant at Arms. So are you like, attention, at ease? Are you that Sergeant at Arms, or you're only for Toastmaster Sergeant at Arms?
Yeah, for Toastmaster, but we have to say, keep attention. We have to say, please turn off your cell phone, or before we proceed, you have to keep your old phone. That one of is all a part of Sergeant at Arms.
All right, so great. According to me, when I look for this term as a Sergeant at Arms, the Sergeant at Arms is no one. He is just a guardian who has been given a responsibility to look after. But not only in Toastmasters, and also this is most followed in the USA itself, where you see in museums, where there's a person known as a sergeant. He has to safeguard the property that he has been withstood or gifted to, so that nothing goes wrong. Similarly, in Toastmasters, we also have a role as Sergeant at Arms, where we are given a property out of which that we have to safeguard it. But that's not only role that the Sergeant at Arms has to do. The Sergeant at Arms has the other roles, which I will take you further. Okay, so let me take you to the agenda first. Let me briefly explain what we have as a Sergeant at Arms role, the responsibilities and the resources, that how the Sergeant at Arms can go through. Yeah, so this is just the agenda I'm telling. Yeah, and what are the objectives in this session that you're going to know is how you're going to identify your role, how you're going to fulfill your responsibility, and you can see the resources that can help you make this role better as a Sergeant at Arms. Now tell me, who is the Sergeant at Arms? Well, who is this lady here? Yes.
I am a Sergeant at Arms.
Okay. Wow.
I have to be the beginning one. I have to be before the whole audience, because I am the one who will start the meeting.
All right. Yes, you're absolutely right, Toastmaster Hussein. Does anyone have to say anything?
I think Sergeant at Arms is someone who is responsible for the arrangement of the whatever they are having a meeting. So that person has to make sure that everyone participates, and how the person, on which role they will participate, the steps, and I think that the organizing and that maybe.
Yes, yes. I try to applaud you and Toastmaster Hussein. Actually, yes, you're there. As you said, as a sergeant at arms, you have to be present at the venue early and make arrangements where you have to arrange the chairs, table, the stage, including the club banner, as well as the ballot cards. Whatever we have for the meeting should be present, including the gavel. This is what the sergeant at arms is responsible for initially. But nowadays we are online. Even though since we are online, we follow the same rules, except one rule that we always say is mute and unmute yourself whenever you're required to. And this is what one role that Sergeant at Arms has. And another role is whenever you witness a guest or a member coming late, you must hold that person there and also tell them, wait for a minute, and welcome them inside to the room so that they don't feel disconnected or disrupted. This is what the Sergeant at Arms has to do. So now let me take you through all the responsibilities that what the Sergeant at Arms does exactly at the club meeting, outside the club meeting, and also how he has a responsibility being a executive committee as you all are. As Toastmaster Hussein and once said that before the club meeting, what they have to do, they have to come to the club meetings and they have to arrange everything and make sure everything is set on the place. And before the club meeting, yes, you have to confirm the room reservation. Means when you already have a place, this is what you have to take care of. Whoever is giving you the place, you need to take care of it and always ensure that you have the club supplies. And even if I have to ask you, what are the club supplies? Can anyone tell me?
I missed the question. What was the question?
My question is, what do you know about club supplies? What is club supplies according to you?
I think paper fan, chairs, or maybe the cards sometimes. I don't know.
Yes, you're absolutely right, actually. So these are, as you said, we should have accessories like pen and the paper, but papers mean that the ballot card, the Toastmasters International provide. We need to have that one ready over there. And
Actually, there is also, no, we have almost online meeting, not physical. That one, the purpose of it, it can be, if there is any noise, he can put and mute, if anything, this one of the part of Sergeant Town did. Because
yes,
it's not
that's
interested in
also,
physical meeting.
yes, that's also all right. I take it right, but one or the other day, one day we need to get back to the physical meetings one day. So this is what we need to follow. And yes, we can follow the same rules what you said while we are having the meetings virtually as well. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hussein.
Thank you for you.
All right. So now you see what happens in the when you arrive at the meeting. Yes, as I said, you have to come early, arrange table, chairs. Then you need to set out meeting materials and promotional materials. So meeting materials are nothing but the agendas that we have while that you give to the members, and promotion materials that we have our club banner and also our the gavel that belongs to our club. This is what we need to set out. If these are not ready, then it won't look like that we had our we are not following the standards of the meeting. So this is the thing we need to follow as a sergeant at arms. If you have any questions, so you can ask me in the chat, or I might ask later. I mean, yeah, this is nothing, checking room temperature and stuff. That's the other part. Well, yeah, this is about signing the guest book. When you have given this book to a guest, you can, follow up with the guest and ask them, okay, how was the meeting? Would you like to come next? And, you can make arrangements, meetings in a way that you all can be set for them. And yes, as I said before, you need to welcome the late arrivals. If you have food, you can, serve people with food and collecting ballots and votes. But in our club culture, what I usually see is that we have someone named as a vote counter who collects the votes, and virtually where there will be tech moderator. But I don't know how many if you all follow, but in some clubs in the US and UK or in Europe, the sergeant at arms makes the poll and launches the poll. And that's what they do. And over here, I see this happening less, but maybe you all can also start practicing as a tech moderator, where you can only create polls and launch polls on this regard. Yep. So I hope this is all understood and clear. If you have any questions, you can just write to me or ask me. All right, then I'll move on. Then after the club meeting, what we need to do? Shall we leave that way? No. You need.
We have to.
Sorry, Toastmaster Jeffrey, you said something.
Yeah, we have to fix everything and keep safe, because we are the sergeant at arms. We are the custodian of those materials that we have used, like the gavel, the tarpaulin, or the club banner. And of course, we have to settle the bills with those guys who have rented the place, if it is in the physical one.
Yes, great. Thank you. This is what we, this is not the only role as a sergeant at arms only have to do. I mean, we, the members and the club officers need to help the sergeant at arms too. So this is what I can say more over here. And yes, but you as a sergeant at arms will be responsible for all this. It's not that you are told to do something, you have to do. No, you just need to take care of it. It's just a part of, what you call it, as a responsibility that we as human beings need to take when someone gives us some responsibility on us. So this is the thing we need to do. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, now this is something, if there's a outside club meeting, what we should do. It's only in case if the sergeant at arms wants to have a meeting with members or with the executive committee of its own, where they just have to schedule a meeting location, then ensure there are supplies, as I said, about the ballot counters, the ballots, and yeah, any other promotional materials that you use for the guest members to show them, okay, this is about our club, you can follow us. Is that, these all things you need to make sure that you have. And the most important thing is to attend the executive committee meetings. Can any one of you tell me, why do you need to attend the ExCom meeting? Anyone?
Because basically you're still a part of the officers, and you have to maintain your role as the sergeant at arms too, even if it is a regular meeting or an executive officers meeting.
Also, you are of part, as he said, you are the part of members of ExCom. The sergeant at arms part, you have to negotiate with them, you have to give advice, and you have to make also, if there is outside meeting, for example, you have to prepare there for them.
Okay, great. So I take your answers correct, Jeffrey and Hussein. I also agree that, okay, I'm a part of executive committee. Still, my question is, why do I need to attend? Well, let me answer that. I need to attend. Yes, sorry.
For smooth functioning of
sorry.
For the smooth functioning of club, we need to meet. Yeah.
The XCOM agenda, whatever agenda preparing, that is executing for the meeting. So as a surgeon, the person want to know what's agenda going on the main meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
and
yeah.
I may add, as an executive member, your voice matters too as a sergeant at arms. No matter what your positions that you have, your voice matters. When the decision making is needed, then your voice or your vote is needed.
Right. I completely agree with all of you. Yes. And I would appreciate, can someone mute themselves? Okay. Toastmaster Joy, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, I completely agree with your points, Toastmaster Hussein and Arif and Jeffrey and others too. I didn't get their names, but I do agree. Yes, our voice also matters. But moreover, why I feel we should attend the XCOM meeting is because we need to give a report on what happened in our meetings that we have done in the past, and also what we can do in the future. So yes, this is what I understand from you all. And yeah, my another role over here is to arrange the replacement or assistant, and also to prepare the successor for the office. Meaning because this role is for a year, it's not permanent. So we all need to prepare ourselves, handing over to our predecessor and prepare them for the next. To look after the things, and they all need to know where the things are kept and at what place, so that they don't miss out on anything. Because all things sound simple here. Okay, now let me tell you what we need to do as an executive committee. Yes, you need to prepare a space for the meeting, for the XCOM. Then you have to coordinate with what they have said, and also you need to be responsible as a social and reception committee and replace items as needed. Meaning, when you say replace items, it's all about if your ballots or anything is over, you need to take care of that, and you need to report to your president or the secretary who is over there. They need to arrange the things as well. And yes, you need to chair the reception committee. Means when you're in a meeting, you need to also take care of the bills and other things that what you have provided. Yeah, this is what we understand here. Now the question here is how you're going to fulfill your role as a sergeant at arms. How, when, who is available to help you, and what materials and resources you have that can help you understand this role very clearly. So these are the checklists. First and foremost thing is attend the district-sponsored club officer training, which you're already attending right now with me. Then read the materials. That's all available in the Toastmasters website. Then meet with an outgoing executive committee. If someone wants to take this role, you can motivate them and tell them what this role is all about. And also with your outgoing SAA, once you are done with the role, then you can have your successor to take over your own role. Then, of course, meet your current XCOM group. Then also to introduce yourself to meeting space contacts. This is nothing but to just to, as you always introduce yourself during the meeting where Toastmaster Hussein and someone said that this is what we need to do by reading out the club mission statement. But let me ask you, how many of you all know the club mission statement by heart?
You have to save it actually, and you have to say from your heart. If you love it, you will say it from your heart. Otherwise, you cannot.
Okay, so I think the only person I think Toastmaster Hussein knows, and okay, I can see Toastmaster Joy raising his hand, saying that he knows this Toastmaster's mission by heart.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And then you need to, yes, someone said something. All right. Okay, just unmute yours. Okay, thank you. And ask volunteers for assistance. That's what we already do while in the club meetings and stuff like that. Yeah, and these are the resources that is available in the Toastmasters website, where you can see what all things are there. As you can see, like if you have to, know about Distinguished Club Program and Club Success Plan, this only happens while you are having an XCOM meeting with your own club XCOM. Then ordering club supplies, that what you can have in your club based on your budget. And then, yes, ballots and brief evaluations. This is also available there. You can have a look at it and read through what you can and what do you understand about it. So here comes my session to the end. So is there any questions that you all want to ask? I'll be very happy to answer you.
I think we
Hello, good
missed-
evening, sir.
Yes?
Hi, sir. Sir, I just have a question about that. Once we open the meeting,
Yeah.
the report. So how does the sergeant at arms reports when the president asks to him?
Sorry, can you repeat your question? I didn't get it exactly. Yeah.
So the question is that when the meeting starts, and after that, some while there is a officer's reports which the president asks from sergeant at arms and secretary and VP education. So like we are having the virtual meetings right now. So I think I don't have the exact report that how we give to the president. Like, do we have any format for giving the reports to the president, or is it just like a random format, like whatever is going on and we just have to say that, and the all the tables and has been arranged and the stationery are under inventorized and some random things? Is it like that, or do we have any proper format for it?
Well, at present, we don't have any format as such, but you can have a random format of yours, as you said that, okay, these were the things and so on and so forth. And this is what we had and this is what is left, that randomly
Okay.
you can present.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I can make the report by myself and then just show up to them.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, thank you,
Anyone
sir.
else? Oh, yes, I think someone raised their hand. Toastmaster Khalid Amin, right?
Yes, hello, fellow Toastmasters. Good to see you all, even though I cannot see all of you because of this slide that is on the screen. So I believe,
I'll take this. Oh.
yeah, I believe there was one member very curious about things, which is a good sign that he is interested in being a Toastmaster, and I wish you a long journey. My friends, we are at a transition now because we meet online and things are entirely different from physical meeting. When you are sergeant at arms, for example, to your specific question, when you meet in a room, there is the banner, there are the ribbons, there are other things, the gavel. You have a lot of things. Maybe you have the timing device. You have so many things to take care of. It depends on where you meet, in a hotel or in a hall or wherever. So there are so many things to do. Currently, I am a sergeant at arms, by the way, the first time I do it in my Toastmaster journey, because I've taken all other roles multiple times. So there is the job that we have to do is very minimal. I don't know who was asking this question, but I believe our trainer is trying to give you an idea, overall idea, because we may go physical very soon. For now, one of the things you can do online is this. For example, it depends how your club runs the meeting. In our club, Sergeant at Arms is not the person who allows people in and out. We have someone assigned to this. We call him Tech Master or Zoom Master. But you as Sergeant at Arms, if you see any disturbances or any abnormalities, you could talk to the Zoom Master at the end of the meeting and tell him, this is what I observed. It was distracting the guests and the members. So maybe we could do a better job next time. And I'm sorry I took a little longer, Mr. Trainer, but thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Amin, for giving us this insight. Yes, I completely agree with your thoughts. And as I also explained in the beginning that, we as, since we are having meeting virtually, we are just following as a tech master or vote counter, right now. But once we go physical, then everything will change. So this is what my intent was, to make us be prepared for the next, because now we got so used to this virtual scene that now next when we go there, we all will have to tell others, oh please mute yourself, oh please unmute yourself. So this might be the case next time. So but I'm so thankful that I got the chance to say it to you all. But thank you so much, Toastmaster.
My friend, just imagine when we go back to normal, somebody talking, you can tell him, mute yourself, please. We got so used to it, right?
Yes, I completely agree with you. So does anyone has any more questions?
Yes, I think we missed some part important for any sergeant at arms, voting. We didn't talk about voting. It's a very important element. And physical
Voting.
online. Online or physical, it will be voting.
Oh yes, online voting, as I said some time back, that we all have this tech moderator or things, someone doing so. But when you go, when you start have a meeting next time, then you can come forward and say that, okay, I as Sergeant at Arms will launch the poll for the best speaker, best anyone, and you can do this. So but moreover, what I see as a tech moderator here, what we are following through, we have, if you have gone through your pathways, there's a project to manage online meetings, where you can do this as a project, like how you can manage a online meeting, either by being a sergeant at arms for the meeting, or by being just like a normal member, where you have to keep control on the meeting times, where you have to mute, unmute, and then most importantly, spotlight, etc., etc. Yes. So is there anything anyone wants to add up or ask questions?
Okay, so while we are not going to the place, it's not physical, it's online. So as a sergeant at arms, our role will be exactly what? We have to start the meeting, or we have to keep them talking? Exactly what is the role while we are online, not physical?
Yeah, Sergeant at Arms opens the meeting with a big energy, gives the energy in the meeting while opening. That's the main thing.
Someone is having a concert.
Yes, thank you so much. This is what I love about giving trainings and learning. It's not then Toastmasters. We all are here to learn and share the thoughts. Yeah, and let me add to Toastmasters, Sarah. Yes, you can also, since we are in the virtual platform, as Toastmaster Amin said, you can make sure that there's no disturbances coming. For example, when the person is speaking on the stage and then you get to hear some disturbances, you can mute them then and there itself. And also but you need to make sure that the meeting of the decorum is well maintained, and it should go as per the standard of Toastmasters Club meeting. So this is what we need to look after, even virtually as well as physically. But moreover, virtually is that we are able to get things quickly, but physically it becomes quite challenging, where you need to keep the crowd under control. Sometimes it happens, but maybe those who are quite who has attended meetings, they would relate this to me. What do you think? Yes. Anyone, any questions or thoughts to share?
Are we forgetting the forms that we are supposed to fill in?
The forms, yeah, I think physically, yes, I think we can get, as I was telling about the ballot papers.
No, the forms for this training. We are supposed to prove that we were present, and we also evaluate the session. That's what I'm asking.
Moderator, do I have anything of this?
Yes, trainer. DTM Khalid Amin, as soon as we are done with the questionnaire, I will send the link for the form to be filled.
Okay, yeah, the attendance. I think someone was saying
that will be the proof of our attendance. Yes.
And also the evaluation of the session, because we want to thank the trainer, so Mr. Suhaan.
Yes,
thank you.
Regards to attendance, maybe somebody could take a screenshot of all the attendance now.
If you're done with the questionnaire, if you're done with the training session, then we can.
Well, I think, yeah, I want to take one last question. Yes, there's someone give us an ideal way to open an online meeting. Well, let me just give a brief in this. When you just open the meeting, you just need to make sure that you open the time sharp. For example, if I talk about my club meeting open at 7 o'clock. When it's at 7, sharp at 7, you have to say, welcome everybody, and you have to welcome the gathering. And then introduce your club name, and then say out the rules. Then after that, do not forget to say the club mission statement. And once you said and done, then you should say, I declare this meeting is open. Then hand over the stage to the president. I hope I have answered this question. And I think Toastmaster Sugna had raised her hand over there. Yes, Toastmaster Sugna, are you there?
Good evening, Toastmaster.
Yes, Suganti, sorry.
Yeah, I have a doubt. In our club meeting, the president asking everyone the report. In that time, he asked the sergeant at arms report also. So that time, which kind of report or what kind of detail we need to tell?
Is it like virtually or physically?
In our online meeting, in every meeting is asking, no?
Yes, but during the online meetings, as of now, we can just say that, okay, how many members were present at the beginning and how many were present, and then you can just give a brief report on how the meeting decorum was maintained. You can, say on that part. But moreover, this is an online meeting. We don't have much things to share about. But yes, once if you have about the best speaker, best role thing, if you have like launched the poll and got the report, that one you can present for that particular meeting. Who are the winners? That report you can give.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and this is, yes, Toastmaster Jatinder.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, yes.
This is Toastmaster Jatinder, Subject at Arms from Allied Bahrain Communicator Toastmaster Club.
Yes.
I think two members repeated the same question, that what kind of a report Subject at Arms can present when President is asking during the business session.
Mm-hmm.
In Allied Bahrain Communicator Toastmasters and some of other clubs, Subject at Arms presenting report, which includes the report of inventory, like ribbons, certificates, and banner. Any changes in the inventory we can report. Second thing, like now contest season is coming, it is a responsibility of Subject at Arms to give the update on the trophies and everything. It is a
please
of
mute
Subject
yourself.
at Arms.
Yeah, please go on, Jatinder. Yeah, please, Rita, can you just, okay. Yeah, please go on.
Yes, it is a part of a Subject at Arms.
Sir, can you repeat? There were some disturbances. Can you repeat?
Yes, sure. I was telling, when Mr. President is asking for the report of the Subject at Arms and other officers, what we are doing as a practice in Division C, most of the Subject at Arms are presenting the report of any changes in inventory. Like if we have ordered the ribbons, pins for members, club officers, anything we are ordering from the Toastmaster International, some gifts, pins and certificates, these things are all part of the inventory which is taken care by Subject at Arms. Now contest season is coming. It is a responsibility of Subject at Arms to order the trophies, certificates, arrange the venue or the online arrangement for the contest also. So these kind of things we can include in our Subject at Arms report during the normal regular club meeting. That was the only point I was raising the hand. Hope it will help the new Toastmasters also.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatinder, for that great insight. I mean, this is really important. So I hope all the Sergeant at Arms have taken note of this. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatinder.
And good evening, Trainer Suhaan. Thank you for the wonderful session. If I may just add one more point to your point of view. I see Toastmaster Michelle has raised a question. Can someone give us an example of the ideal way to open an online meeting? I would suggest or recommend, because I'm doing the same thing myself. I have been going on YouTube videos. A lot of videos are available where recorded sessions are available of physical meetings when they used to happen. Then on Toastmasters International website itself, there is a lot of content if somebody wishes to read. I have been following the same, so I thought I'll probably make a suggestion in this forum as well. That should help. Thank you so much. And thank you, Trainer Suhaan. It's a wonderful session and wonderful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you all have any questions, you can just get to me directly. Yeah, so because the timer is showing red over here to me. All right, so Toastmaster Alvin.
Good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful class. Good. Thank you, TM. Suhaan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this session.
Trainer Abdul Suhaan, for giving such a wonderful presentation for us. We are well ahead of time, so and we had a very productive question and answer session as well. So in that case, I will send the link for the form, for the attendance form. So kindly I request everyone to fill it up, give your evaluation feedback for our trainer, and kindly mark your attendance. So please observe the chat. Can everyone acknowledge the link that's sent through the chat?
Yes, it is.
Right,
Yes,
thank
it is here.
you so much. So that's it. That concludes our today's whole day event. So after filling the form, we can all leave. The night is still young, so we can still have fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So all long day, is it?
Been a really long day for me.
Alvin,
Yes, DTM
I
Khalid.
don't think we got, don't we have an evaluation for the session?
Yes, there is. It's along with the attendance form. It's together.
Where is it?
It's in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Oh,
In the chat. Yes, the Zoom chat.
yeah. Thank you.
Well, my session is concluded. So as Toastmaster Alvin said, if you want, you can stay as well after filling the form, and you can leave freely as well. So I'll be also very happy to talk also and discuss more until the session finishes. And also I can answer more questions if you have anything related to Toastmasters as well.